New hair, who dis? Okay, so I am rocking some new hair, obviously, and this hair is from Klaiyi Hair. This is their Brazilian curly in the lengths 24, 22, 20 with an 18-inch frontal. And you guys, I'm loving this hair. It's like giving me SZA, like SZA vibes a little bit, just a little bit, and it is so soft and flowy. What I'm gonna be talking to you guys about is this hair. I'm gonna go through the basic specs about this hair, the information about this hair, everything that you need to know that you can expect when you order from this hair company. Also, by the way, comment down below if you like this angle. I just kind of felt like being cozy for this video right now, and I'm so sorry that I'm not like looking into the camera. I just need my front camera on right now so I can see what this hair is looking like when I talk about it and stuff like that. I just need to be able to see myself in this very moment. But yes, not only will I be talking about the basic information about this hair, I'm also going to talk about the wig making process for me, because oh my gosh, you guys, I thought I wasn't gonna make it at some point. I pulled it through, so I'm gonna be going over some do's and don'ts, tips and tricks, some helpful tips if you are making a frontal wig for the first time. Things that I did incorrectly that I hope can be helpful to you if you watch this video and you're thinking about making your own wig unit. So this is the box that the hair comes in, and it also has hair care instructions on the back of it, and then your hair comes individually wrapped. Each bundle, frontal, closure, whatever you're gonna get is gonna come individually wrapped in its own Ziploc bag. It's very, like, this is all very typical what you see when you order hair, especially off of AliExpress. It usually comes like this. Each one was wrapped in a hairnet. Yeah, this is, I'm just gonna insert all the clips that I have of me unboxing the hair, showing you what it looks like initially out of the bag. I will tell you everything from what I can remember off my first impressions just opening the box. There was no weird smell to the hair, and it was very soft. All the bundles were super soft. So like right off the bat, I was excited about using the hair. I was excited about the length. I loved the curl pattern. Even fresh out the box, the curl pattern was bomb. But then I went ahead and washed the hair, and I washed the hair with shampoo and conditioner, and I let it air dry. And even when you let it air dry, it becomes like this big, just flowy, light texture. It's still super light right now. All I used in my hair was Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Mousse. But I mean, with absolutely no product in that hair, it was extremely soft and manageable. It was beautiful. Honestly, it was gorgeous. So, also, this company does ship very, very fast. My hair came in like 2 days. Yeah, like they told me when they exactly when they sent it, and it came in 2 days. I also the way how they shipped it, they had it sent so that it needed to be signed for. So at the time when it came, I was not home, so I did have to go to my post office to pick it up. I'm just letting you know, because I think that's how they do their shipping. So just, you know, be aware of that. Oh, the hair comes in a naturally dark brown color. It looks super black on camera, but in person it's actually kind of without product in the hair, it looks more brown, but once you add product, it looks darker. So let's just talk about the hair real quick, because there's really not much for me to say other than I am really enjoying this hair. I mean, it is just so soft. You can see me just keep touching it. I did have it in a ponytail holder, so if you do see like a little bit of a dent in the hair, it's because I had it in a ponytail holder. But other than that, this is super easy to maintain. I styled this hair on Thursday. Today's Friday, and honestly, I like the hair better today. Second day hair. second day hair, and it even laid flatter at the top of the frontal once I just went to bed on it. So I absolutely love that. And yeah, I mean, just look at these curls. I will say that the hair on the frontal is a little bit looser than the rest of the bundles, as you can see. I don't know if you guys can notice, but this is the frontal hair. Well, the hair from the frontal, and it's more of a wave pattern, whereas the curls in the back are a little bit more tight. But it's not really that noticeable once there's product in your hair and once it dries and everything like that. And this is how long it comes on me. So it's definitely a lot of hair, and I used all 3 bundles to make this unit. I put a brush to this hair. I do not put a brush to this hair at all, only when I'm styling it with mousse. And this morning after I woke up, all I had to do was just spray some water, and I added like literally the smallest amount of mousse to just redefine my ends in some areas. But other than that, it is super low maintenance. To be honest with you, I would advise you, if you're gonna make a unit out of this hair and you want something that's gonna be quick and easy, just go ahead and make a closure, because make a closure wig unit, because that way you will really get the true like feeling of having like low maintenance curly hair, because frontals are more to maintain. There's more steps you have to do. You have to freaking glue the lace down to your head and all that. Like, that's not something that you can just get up and go, whereas if you had a closure, you could just throw it on your head and go. Basically, like, I feel like it's a little bit easier if you have a closure. So I would definitely advise you to get a closure if you plan on making a wig that's like, you know, easy breezy, just throw it on, boom, bam. Let's get into the wig making process. Okay, so to start making my wig, I'm not new to making wigs. This would be the 4th wig that I've ever made. And this is the 2nd wig that I'm doing with a frontal. However, the first frontal wig that I made was a 360 frontal. This is the first time I'm working with a regular frontal that just covers from here to here. If you didn't know, 360 frontal means it goes all the way around, so it covers the back as well. Let's start from the beginning. So every single time that I make wigs, I always start off with my bundles freshly washed, because I don't know, I feel like it's easier to wash them separately than it is to wash the whole wig together. Plus, I feel like once you wash the hair separately and just sew it onto a wig, you can go straight from making the wig to putting it on and styling it. You don't have to wash it or anything like that. So I like to wash my bundles separately. Again, the hair was literally perfect after washing it. No complaints, no shedding. Honestly, this hair didn't shed until I started like messing with it. Like, on this wig I cut a few bundles, so that, you know, caused shedding. And then I did bleach the knots on my frontal, and I'm going to talk about that. I bleached the knots on my frontal, which caused a little bit more shedding, but other than that, I really did not get a lot of shedding at all. So boom, we're good. Wash the bundles. And then the next thing that I did was I bleached this frontal. I always bleach the knots on my closures or frontals because it just helps for you to get that natural look. There are these black, if you guys don't know what the knots are that I'm talking about, I will show you like a clip. Like, I will include and insert clips of me doing this whole process as I'm talking about it, because I recorded everything because I thought I was going to be doing an informative tutorial. So yeah, the black dots on your closures or frontals, those are knots, and it's good to bleach those because that helps everything that's lace look like skin. So you won't be seeing those black dots once you bleach your frontal or closure. So I was going to bleach the knot. I used 40 volume developer with my bleach. Now, I wouldn't advise that, especially if you're a beginner. Now, I thought I was doing the right thing because I was like, oh, 40 volume developer, that means it will bleach quick and I'll be done, 1, 2, 3, boom. You know what I'm saying? But actually, it's pretty good to get maybe a 30 volume developer or something lower, because when you get the 40 volume one, you have to move fast, because once you put that bleach on, everything's gonna start, like everywhere, the area that you put the bleach is gonna start processing. I've seen videos where people use 40 volume developer, but I mean, I feel like they may be more experienced than I am. However, when it comes to wig making, the whole process for me is just like, I get very impatient with it because I feel like it's like a tedious project, but I love the outcome. The consistency of my bleach mixture was, I mean, it was good. However, my application was poor. I used the bleach brush, hair dye brush, or whatever it's called, hair applicator brush, I don't know what it's called. I used that originally to put the bleach on the frontal, which is something that I've seen done many times on YouTube. However, I learned from a good friend of mine that it's best to use like a butter knife, a plastic knife, so you can just evenly spread it, and that way you have more control over it. Okay, so that's another tip. Okay. And also, something else that I did wrong was that I did not leave the bleach on long enough on my frontal. And I've done this plenty of times before. I always get scared when I'm bleaching the knots on my closures and frontals because I get scared of over processing it and turning the hair blonde and blah blah blah. So it's like I just always just do like 15 minutes and then that's it. But 15 minutes is not enough. So I did one session of bleach for 15 minutes and I was just like, okay, well, I still see some knots, but it's bleached in some areas, so we're good. Wrong. No, I ended up bleaching it again, and this time I let the bleach on for probably like 45 minutes, and I mean, some areas were over processed. However, the knots, girl, was gone. So you'll be seeing videos of everything that I'm talking about because I kept all the footage. I kept it all. Yeah, so some areas was a little bit of over processed, but the knots were gone. The bleach. Let's get into the wig making, the actual wig making. So this is where I messed up, and I'm gonna show you guys. Basically, when you're working with the frontal, you don't want to sew the entire, like, I don't know if I can explain this right, but see, visualize, but you want the frontal to be hanging down on the sides a little bit so that when you put the wig on, you can cut out the ear tabs for yourself, like right here. I didn't do that. I went all the way around and sewed it onto the wig cap, so there was no ends of the frontal hanging off of the wig. In turn, that made my wig too small. Now, another thing that you should do that I did not do, learn from my mistakes, guys. But yeah, when you're doing these, it's always best to just have your hair braided. That way you can try the wig on and off easily, and you can get an idea of what it's gonna be looking like and how it's gonna sit on your head. Put your dome cap on that you're gonna be using to make the wig, and then you wanna lay the frontal on top of it and see how you want it to fall on your head based on the size. And then another good tip is to have a white eyeliner crayon, something like that, so that way you can make markings on your dome cap and you can see exactly where you want your frontal or closure to stop, whatever you're using. The whole sewing process, though, I have down packed. What I like to do is, first bundle, I like to not only make sure that it's double wefted, but I also make sure that I sew through the wefts. Don't sew through the elastic band on your dome cap. Do not sew through the elastic band, sew through the fabric. And I'm not sure if I have footage of that, but if I do, I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. My first 2 bundles I had double wefted, and then once I got to the middle of my head, well, of the wig, that's when I started single wefting so that it would lay flatter as it gets to the top. The whole time, basically though, you just want to make sure you're doing everything nice and neat so that your hair will lay flat. And honestly, and that's it. You know, just don't make your wig small. Make sure your knots are bleached, and make sure you're trying the wig on and off while you're making it. That way you won't run into the problems that I did. I finished the wig, boom, try it on, and I'm like, yeah, something's not right here. Something is just not right. This feels extremely tight, and this just feels wrong. Like the lace should be like, there should be more. Like there should be more to work with. And basically like the whole frontal was like pulled all the way back here. So it was just wrong. And I knew it was wrong. And I was like, and I couldn't think of what I did. Like, I couldn't think. And I was just like, ugh. And I went back on YouTube and I looked at tutorials and I was like, huh. Every single tutorial that I've watched, the frontals, the ear tabs where they should be at, they're hanging off when you sew it down, and I didn't do that. Maybe that's why my wig didn't fit. And once I realized that, I literally like had a mental breakdown for like 5 minutes in my head, and I was just like, wow, I have to start this whole thing over. I made the wig over again, and here we are. It fits now. It's on my head. I did customize this frontal. I had to do plucking. I had to pluck this frontal. I will insert a picture of how much hair I plucked out of this frontal. I took a lot of hair out. Honestly, I was scared that I was gonna make it go bald, but sis, that hairline was looking good. I'm gonna insert pictures. I made the hairline look pretty decent. I will say that. I will say that. I felt like I redeemed myself for making that wig too small. I didn't know how to pluck that hairline. So yeah, unfortunately though, I don't know if I have footage of me plucking. But honestly, I feel like that's boring to watch. I hate watching that on other tutorials. I just like to see the finished product. Unless you actually want to know how to pluck, you know, your frontals and stuff. Even when stuff is quote unquote pre-plucked, I still do plucking. So honestly, it's your preference. If you like a thick hairline, then sis, leave it. But me, I like it a little bit more faded, a little bit more thinned out. So that's what I did with mine. Yeah. So last thing, let's talk about the wig application that I did, because I did something a little bit different. So this I do have footage of. Normally, when I used to apply my frontals, I would do the bald cap method, which is when you put a stocking cap over your head. You use the Got To Be Glued gel and or the freeze spray in combination, and then you put it over. You basically line it with your hairline, and you're creating a new head. Like you're literally making yourself look and go bald so that your lace will blend very well with your skin and it will hide your hair. I was really looking for alternatives because I also noticed that my baby hairs would break off after I do this. I knew it was because of all of the Got To Be stuff that I was using, so that's why I really don't wear frontal wigs that often. I watched a video from this girl, Erin, on YouTube. I'll put her YouTube name in this, but I saw her do the bald cap method but without gluing the stocking cap down to your head. So that's what I did for this wig application, and honestly I feel like it works just the same, and I feel like adding the glue onto your wig cap is really just an extra step. Okay, you will see how I applied that. I put the wig on, I use my Got To Be Glue, I use my blow dryer, and I pressed everything down with a comb. And yeah, the hair was just looking bomb. I was getting excited once I had the hair on my head. And then I styled it. I just sprayed it with some water, and I will show you exactly what I use because I feel like it is super bomb. So I use the Shea Moisture Coconut Hibiscus Frizz-Free Mousse, and it worked great. It worked great. I typically like to use mousses or light leave-in creams on hair like this. I feel like either one works well. But yes, this is not the last time you guys will be seeing me with this hair. I'm gonna be filming a get ready with me tomorrow because I'm going out and I'm gonna show off these inches. And I'll probably take some pictures as well with this hair. Well, not probably, I will take some pictures with this hair and upload it to the gram. Before I go, Klaiyi Hair, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Thank you so much for doing this video with me and collaborating with me. I love this hair. I love it. Like, OMG. Honestly, making this wig a second time was totally worth it because I'm completely in love. Check out Klaiyi's Hair Instagram. They have a lot of cute people wearing this hair, a lot of different styles. Check out their website. I will have all the information about this hair linked down below in the description box. Everything you need to know, inches, where to get it, their link, their Instagram, everything, it will be in the description box. I hope you guys found this video entertaining, and I hope you all learned from my struggles as well. Please. And if you have any questions about what I said in this video, if you have any questions about this hair, if by the time you watch this video, I have worn this hair for like a lot of time and you want to get an update from me, just leave a comment like, I don't know, a month later or a few weeks later, and I'll let you guys know how this hair held up. And that's if I don't do another update on this hair. I think I covered everything. Please let me know if you found this video helpful and if you're thinking about making a wig. The reason why I wanted to share this with you guys is not only because I am doing this video in collaboration with Klaiyi Hair, but also because a big part of my natural hair journey was me wearing wigs, and that's what helped me protect my natural hair. And not only for protection, but it allows me, you know, to switch up my look from time to time without having to actually commit. I know a lot of people like to get sew-ins and stuff like that, but that sew-in life is not for me. I like knowing that I can take it off and like do something different. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this hair because I'm really feeling it. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you plan on making yourself a wig, if you've always wanted to make a wig, if you have any pointers about making wigs, let me know. Just put that in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. So subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I have some giveaways coming up, so you want to stay tuned for that and make sure you're subscribed. And we are on the road to 10K. I am trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, hopefully by the fall / end of summer. That's it. Love you guys, and I will see you all in my next video.